Okay, Derek Mitchell.
Yes.
That's the other one. On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Derek Jarrell Mitchell in file number 20-02243. Mr. Mitchell, today is the date set for an arraignment on a probation violation, and I have before me a request and summons for probation violation that alleges that you committed the following technical violations of probation: that you violated the amended order of probation from March 8th, 2023, which included a failure to test at EverHealth, which would report on 3/13/23, and that the technician watched the defendant pour a substance out of a green bottle into a specimen cup. The defendant became aggressive and pressed the technician to accept the sample, is what the allegation is. So you have the right to a contested hearing. Let's see here. There's another violation here. Also says amended violation of 3/8/23. The allegations that you failed to test at EverHealth on that date and time. It says the technician spotted a bottle with a urine-like substance on the defendant, and defendant refused to hand over the bottle, became agitated, and tried to bribe the technician. So in this matter, sir, you have the right to have a contested hearing, and you have the right to be represented by an attorney during this hearing. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney to represent you, you can make a request to have the public defender's office represent you at the expense of the public. I believe you were represented by the public defender's office in the underlying matter, so you would most likely be eligible for their representation during this matter. You have the right to have the prosecution and the probation department put forth evidence to establish by a preponderance of the evidence whether or not you in fact violated the terms of your probation as alleged. It states here,
Your Honor, can I tell you what happened?
nope, you cannot. Not at this time. I'm not finished advising you of your rights, okay?
All right.
It states here that you've already waived another technical violation, at least back on February 13th, 2023. So understanding that if you are found to be in violation of your probation status, you can have your probation revoked, your probation could be extended, you could be sentenced to a term of jail time, you could be placed on a scram, tether, or sober link, or you can have other sanctions or programming added. Do you understand the possible penalties, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you want an attorney to advise you before you speak?
No.
Okay, so you want to waive your right to be represented by an attorney during this hearing?
Yes.
Okay, did you want to plead guilty, plead not guilty, or have a hearing?
Plead guilty.
Okay, can you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear or affirm the information you're going to provide is truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Anybody forcing you or threatening you to waive your right to counsel?
No.
And you're fully understanding of the possible penalties if you're found to be in violation of your probation status? You're muted. You understand the possible penalties, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're waiving them to enter a plea of guilty at this time?
Yes.
Okay, what makes you guilty of the violation?
So, Your Honor, honestly, like I've been on probation for 1 year, right? And it's not like I ain't been trying. Like I've been giving it my heart, just trying to get off. They had switched my probation officer, and it's like my new probation officer. It's like it's nothing I can do right. Like like I go off energy, right? And it's like ever since I got her, it's like her energy been so like off, like just like I don't know, like I don't really know how to say it. I don't know if she very new and I'm one of her first probationers, because it's like every little thing she just go hard. So now I know that on the violations I said I was guilty because I was, but it wasn't because I was trying to hide the fact that like I was getting high. And I had a toothache, right? I had went to the hospital and I had gave her the paper that I had a real bad toothache, and my girl had got she had got like some Percocets, and she was giving it to the tooth. It was unbearable. Like I ended up getting it pulled or not, but I was so scared that I didn't know. I didn't want to tell my peers. She got me so scared that I didn't want to violate at all. Like I've been trying to get off. Like,
You're muted.
she ended up extending me. So then after that, I was supposed to get off again, and she ended up extending me again. So it's like I can't do nothing right. So I was so scared. And that's what happened at the job place. That's why I admitted guilty, because I did go in there, but I didn't want to violate. Like it's nothing I want to do more than get off this probation. And I've been trying. Like I did everything that I was supposed to do. I didn't did. It's not like that. I just ain't been trying. Like I've been on for 1 year, Judge, and I haven't messed. This the first time that I messed up. And it's not like I was trying to get high. Like my tooth, and I had a doctor's note, and I had showed it to her, but I wasn't. They prescribed me Narcos, but the Narcos weren't working. My girl had gave me some. Now that's where I had messed up at, because I should have never took them. But that was the only thing that had took the pain away. So it's not like that I was getting high. And in the drop, man, I never. Judge, I'm 155. Like, how can I be aggressive? The man big as hell. I never was aggressive with him. Nothing. I just didn't want to drop dirty at all. Like I didn't want to violate. She got me so scared. I don't want to do nothing wrong. I don't want to breathe wrong.
Okay. You had a violation back in February, and according to that, it looks like you signed a technical waiver for hearing for that one. You used that excuse already. You said you were taking your girlfriend's prescribed pain medication. So you gotta have excuse for this one.
No, that violation. I never used that. That was the same as that was for my tooth. That's when I had got her. That's when I had gave her the.
I'm not discounting that. I don't really care if it was for your tooth or your toenail. What I know is that you used that excuse for the violation on the 27th of February, and so then you got a new one.
Yeah, that's the sign. I hadn't got it pulled yet. I hadn't got my tooth pulled.
Also, you were saying you were still using the same Percocets?
Yeah, when I had went to the drop place. Okay. Yeah, I hadn't.
And so that's why you tested positive, at least back on the one that you weighed, to say you tested positive.
I didn't even know that I weighed.
For oxymorphine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not
and
like
so you were continuing to take that at the time that you appeared for testing, and there was a alleged green bottle with a specimen.
Yes.
What was in this? What was the specimen, sir?
It was pee.
But not yours?
No.
Okay.
I didn't want to violate. I didn't want to violate. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not saying that what I did.
And you didn't think that coming with fake urine or someone else's urine was a violation?
No, I didn't. I rather had tried. I didn't want to. I didn't want to violate. Like I didn't know
So
what
you
to do.
didn't. That wasn't my question. You didn't think that coming for your drug drop with a cup of someone else's urine was a violation, or you just thought you was going to get over the system with someone else's pee? Is that what you thought?
I tried. I didn't want to violate, man.
But you did violate, correct?
Yes.
You knew that you had a condition of probation that stated that you were not to use, purchase, or possess drugs without a valid prescription, correct?
Yes.
And you did not have a valid prescription for the substance in which you were ingesting. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm satisfied with the factual basis. I found your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. The recommendation of the probation is to terminate probation and to impose a term of jail.
What?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. I tried to advise you multiple times about the possibilities of what could happen if you wanted to waive your right to be represented by an attorney at this. And I told you about the possible penalties. You said you completely understood. Where's this proof that you had a dental issue? Where's this proof that?
I had gave her a letter from the hospital.
Who?
My PO.
Who did you had give it to?
I had gave it to my probation officer.
To Miss Bayless?
Yes.
Okay, hang tight. Did somebody call her up here, please?
Your Honor, can you please not revoke it? Can you please give me a chance? I've been
hang tight.
Hang
tight. I'm gonna have her bring the letter, okay?
All right.
You can approach. I'm gonna swear you in. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
I do.
And you can have a seat. I have Derek Mitchell here, and you supervise him at this time, correct?
Your Honor, sorry, they told me I was coming here for Justin Moore. That's the file they grabbed.
Oh, nope. It's
And
not
the
just
email I put Derek Mitchell. Sorry, that's what the clerk down there told me I was coming up for.
okay. Well, you may be able to answer this. Do you remember who Derek Mitchell is?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Which clerk?
I didn't talk to a clerk. Did you talk to? Who did you radio?
Yeah, we didn't say who. But more may be set for a hearing. That's probably what it is. More is set for hearing. The issue is Mitchell was not set for a hearing today. Mitchell was actually set for an arraignment, but he's waived it and he wanted to plead guilty.
Okay.
So we have an issue with the factual, or I guess we got the factual basis, but his statements to the court was that he was taking his girlfriend's medication or painkillers and that he provided a dental note. And I just wanted to know if you ever received a notice from the dentist from him.
I did receive a note for, is he on Zoom?
He is.
Okay, sorry. I did receive a note for the prescribed medication, not the additional medication he was positive for.
Okay. And it was for the same time frame in which he was taking the other prescription or the other medication?
Correct.
Got it. Okay. Mr. Mitchell, is that the note you're talking about?
Yes, ma'am.
That you had a dental issue and that you were prescribed one medication, but not the medication that you were taking?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Anything else you want the court to consider before we sentence you?
Your Honor, like I said, it's nothing that I want to do more than complete this probation. Like, so I don't know. Like, I've been on for a year, and this is my first time seeing you. Like, it's not like that. I ain't been trying. Like, I really been trying. Like, it's
I know.
not like
Okay. I recognize it's your first time seeing me, and I recognize you believe that it's because Miss Bayless has it out for you. He did say that.
I don't understand why.
No, I gave you plenty of time to talk. It's my turn. But the issue is that Ms. Bayless has had to pick up on this file where the previous probation officer left off, and there wasn't very much oversight under the previous probation officer. So some things may or may not have slipped through the cracks. And so just because she picked up on these multiple violations that you have doesn't mean that she was looking for something just because she has it out for you. And contrary to your previous statement that you think this is one of the first cases that she's had, I could be wrong, but you were a probation officer in another court?
Correct.
So she's not new to probation supervision, sir. Okay? So I want to clarify that. But what we do know is that you appeared to go get testing after being well aware, because you had been on probation for over a year, that you were not to use, purchase, or possess any drugs without a valid prescription. You knew you were taking something without a valid prescription. You had previously, it appears, waived a technical violation regarding essentially the same thing, and then you did it again when if in fact you had an actual medical issue, you could have probably just got a valid prescription, but that didn't happen. You decided instead that you were going to come to test because you thought you were smarter than EverHealth, and you were going to bring some cold urine that belonged to someone else. And so you're not going to get a pass on that, sir. Whether you had a toothache or a toenail pain, I don't care. You violated the terms, and this is it says the seventh technical waiver. I'm sorry, technical violation. And so, with that being stated, the court is going to discharge you from probation, and you're going to serve 3 days in Ingham County Jail for the violation. Okay?
All right.
You need to turn yourself in within the next 24 hours.
You said I'm gonna serve 3 days.
3 days.
All right.
Do you have any questions?
No. So turn myself in at the jail.
That's correct.
All right.